Hey everyone, it's Kai from Cool Collectibles back again for another review. This time it's the Transformers Masterpiece MP-10G, Optimus Prime and Ghostbusters crossover. Now I wasn't planning on getting this, but the more photos I saw online, the more I couldn't resist it. And overall I am pretty happy with the set, but if you have MP-10 before and you have some of the other repaints, it's not that much of a difference, but I guess as an 80s fan, and I do love the Ghostbusters still, I couldn't resist it myself. And when Robot Kingdom posted it online recently, I think it was for about 170 US, I picked it up. Now the Australian exchange rate is pretty damn horrific at the moment, so value for money wise, I wouldn't say there's any value for money in this set at all. I don't know how much of it is going to, increase in value over time if people are into that sort of investment type stuff or reselling later. I hardly sell any of my stuff for profit or investment or anything like that anyway. So this will be one of those rare crossovers that I've got in my collection, and I'll have it display with my other 80s stuff. But I'll just quickly go through the packaging and accessories. Right, it comes in a fairly unique box this time, not like the usual Masterpiece style. It's pretty much designed like a proton pack, so you get all the sort of detailing on the back there. It is sort of embossed in some areas, so it does look pretty nice. And of course, if you see these straps here, you can use these straps like a backpack essentially. I'm not even going to bother taking those off, those little plastic ties off, because I'm not going to try and wear this thing anyway. So it'll be on display with the figure, probably with the artwork on the back there. But nice bit of different styling for this. I think it was meant to be an SDCC exclusive, so not too bad an option there for fans. It comes with the usual instruction manual, this time in the cheapo Hasbro style, with some of the minor variations. Mine came a little bit wrinkled because I think they just jammed this at the bottom of the pack. It just got all crushed in there, so unfortunate about that. One thing about the instruction manual is this tech spec for it. I guess they try to put a bit of humor into the crossover there, with a few references to ghosts and the various Ghostbusters stuff, so you can pause and have a read of that. So that was nice to have. Accessories wise, it comes with the matrix here with the nice green center, or the gem in the center there. So that's quite a nice variation there. I can actually never remember if it's meant to be this way up or this way up. I think it stands better this way up, but either or. Also comes with his blaster rifle. That does fold away into his backpack like the original figure. It comes with this extra piece that you can just take off like this. But it's an extra piece that fits onto the proton thing on the proton pack on the back of the trailer here. So the back of the trailer, normally on the original MP-10 mold, I think this hole at the top here is just covered by another plastic panel, but they've got the little peg in here. You can just sit it there on top of that if you've got it in that mode, and then this thing sort of transforms slightly. This rubber piece is pegged in up there. You take that off. I think you then take this piece off, fold that bit down, and then that folds in like so to give you that proton pack look. Not actually sure where this goes in the end. Pegs in somewhere. I don't know if it's there or something like that. Can't remember where it said in the instructions, and I think this just this then pegs onto the back of the rifle here. There's a little hole there, and you plug that in, and then he essentially, in robot mode, you put this on his back, and he's holding the gun, so it looks like he's holding the proton pack and the blaster, which is pretty cool. And of course, once you have it set up like that, you can have this there as the ghost strap. So this other accessory is pretty nice. Slimer here just pegs into that little slot there. I do like the way they've done the Slimer. It's got the nice sheen on the green paint app, and it's just a sort of soft plastic, so it's very malleable there. It's got the hole there that you see, and I do like the paint application and sculpting there. This piece for roller, this is just a slide-on piece, so it does look pretty good in that ghost trap mode. I don't think that opens, I don't think. So you just sort of slide that off, and then you get the usual roller mold from the MP-10 mold with a bit of paint application on the front there with the Ghostbuster symbol, but nothing too new there. And this piece I don't think opens up. That's a shame, because that would have been cool if that opened up with like a push button or something like that. But either or, when you sort of place it on roller, it does look pretty cool like that. But onto the figure. Right, I'll start with the trailer. Of course, has a repaint. It's got all the usual Ghostbusters stuff on there. Call number, we're ready to believe in you. So overall, it's not too bad. On the back there, and on this side. So all the usual gimmicks from the original. You just fold these out, and you can have it standing there, or you can also flip these things out. Not quite sure how they do that. Just flip these things and it can just sort of stand there. So overall, that's all the usual things that you expect, and of course those things peg into the back of the cab. The wheels are rubber, but they're like a slightly greyish colour, which is similar to the way they've done the recent MP-18 Plus Blue Streak, with the slightly grey tyres instead of the black tyres, like the cartoon, I guess. You can open the doors up as usual, so you just do that, and then you can open it up, I think. And it's all sort of fairly nicely painted on the inside here. So I think the MP-10 Hasbro release didn't have any paint on the inside, perhaps. The Takara version, I think, had a whole bunch of silver paint up. This is all the sort of greyish glossy paint, and then you get some of the red paint along the sides here. These are all sort of red plastic, and of course this whole thing can move as it did before. But that's pretty much it. I do like the sort of hazard striping along the sides there, and overall it's the usual sort of quality you'd expect for a repaint. And then you just close that up, and of course you can pull that panel out for the roller to come out. But that's pretty much it for the trailer. For the cab itself, you'd expect all the chrome in the right areas, and it has all of that. So the chroming here, I do like the chroming on the crotch piece there, which is quite nice. You'll probably see a bit more of that in bot mode along the side there. The wheels again are rubber with the chromed center wheel part, and the front there with the Ecto 35. I'm not sure the significance of the Ecto 35. I'm assuming that's, oh, I guess that's probably the 35th anniversary for Transformers, I guess. But other than that, that's pretty much what you'd expect with this side with the Ghostbusters symbol, and this side with the Autobot symbol for the crossover. I do like the green sort of tinge in the plastic there, the windows, and everything else. I don't think, yeah, there's no white paint on these parts. I think the white paint might be just on the front part here. But that's pretty much it. I'll get him into bot mode and give you guys a look at that. Hold on. Alright, so here he is in bot mode, and I have to say I much prefer him in this mode, which is a bit surprising. I was thinking that I was going to keep him in the alt mode, truck mode, in the display, but now that I've transformed him, I think I might keep it like this with his little battle station thing here. As you can see, the overall paint application and the sort of colorway is really, really nice. The only thing I can probably fault is, as with the original MP-10 head sculpt from Takara, it's got those dead eyes. Would have been fantastic if they had some bright red eyes or something like that with this sculpt. So that's a bit of a shame. But I love the logo on the left and the Autobot symbol there. That chrome crotch piece that I was talking about really sets it off nicely, and the red highlights in the shins there. You get the shiny paint application over there. I think they're the die-cast feet from the original. So that looks really nice. I do have him with the backpack on. So let me see if I can turn him around here. So you see, you just pretty much attach and fold it up like I was explaining before. This tube, you can fold it to the left or the right. I prefer the Transformers with their guns in the right hand, so I've swapped it over like that, and he just holds it like so. Doesn't hinder the articulation of that too much, but it does look pretty cool as a variant on the blaster rifle that he always carries. The joints are pretty tight, particularly in the shoulders. I'm actually used to the shoulders being able to be pulled in and out quite loosely, but they're very tight, which is probably a good thing. And the hip joints here are also quite tight, so just be careful there. Don't try and snap anything off with this thing. But that is pretty much it. I love the way it looks like this, with a roller there at the front, and on the battle station show. I might try and find some room in the display to have him like this. And it's probably good that this looks so good in bot mode, because the original MP10, I'll probably have that in the truck mode once I get MP44, which will, like the rest of my main cast, will be in the bot mode. So it'll be good for me to have the original MP10 in that iconic sort of truck mode that everyone still loves. So it'll be a nice addition to the display, I think, displayed like this. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you can click that like and subscribe button if you like the review, and subscribe and stay tuned for my upcoming stuff. I do have the Hot Toys Obi-Wan coming up next, and a few things coming in over the next few weeks. So hopefully you can stick around for all that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.